David Milgard was the victim of one of the most blatant injustices in Canadian judicial history.
How's it feel, David? Pretty good to be out forever, right?
He spent 23 years in prison for a rape and murder he didn't commit.
The process is infuriating.
Susan Milgard was just a teenager when her brother was arrested. She says her family lost decades fighting to overturn the conviction.
Every submission is years and years of waiting and pain and suffering.
She joined the Justice Minister as he announced a bill named after her late brother and mother in honor of their work.
It's time to act.
Currently, anyone who believes they were wrongfully convicted must apply to the Justice Minister's office for a review. That process has been criticized for decades as lengthy, complicated, and too political. The new legislation would create an independent commission to investigate cases, gather evidence, and speed up the entire process.
If this commission had existed back in the early 1970s, it can safely be said it would have saved David Milgard 2 decades.
The minister also wants the process to be more accessible.
When I look at the files that come to me, I see a clear pattern. The applicants are overwhelmingly white men, and our prison populations do not look like that. This tells me that the system is not as accessible to women or to Indigenous peoples or Black or racialized people.
I had to do 20 plus years just to get back into the courts.
Robert Sanderson, who has Métis and Ojibwe heritage, says it could have helped him. He was convicted of 3 counts of murder in 1997 and always claimed his innocence. This week, he won the right to appeal his case.
It's been very hard, and you know, it definitely would have been a lot better with this new legislation, because it could have sped things up quite a bit rather than having to do so many years in prison.
Actually, other places like the UK have already done this. What's been the impact there?
And Innocence Canada said that a similar system was put in place in England, Northern Ireland, and Wales about 25 years ago. Now, they have about twice our population, and they successfully sent back 800 cases to court. That's compared to 29 cases that Canada sent back over that same time period. The minister hopes to see more applications if he gets broad support in the House of Commons, and this commission goes ahead.
Thanks, Ashley.